Gotta wake up and thank the Lord before I hit the curb. Shit could have been worse, I could have got a bird. You ain't ever got a bird and got straight to work. Never. I didn't have a silver spoon, I had to make it work. Mummy raised 4 kids and she still made it work. That's why before I cop a house, she gotta get it first. Facts. I didn't wanna listen, so I had to learn. Facts. The ops didn't wanna listen, so they had to learn. Baddie out from Sweden, head it was amazing. Groupie hoe from London, she did this like my pagan. Bustin' on my wrist though, just to make a statement. All of this water, I ain't feeling dehydrated. It used to be a Peugeot, now I'm in a spaceship. He made a little 50, now he's complacent. I get insulted when they're telling me I'm winning. Cause I ain't where I wanna be, this is the beginning.
Και η μπάλα ξεκίνεται στο γήπεδο, πλησιάζει την περιοχή και...
Κατέβασε και εσύ το Beton Alpha app και μη χάσεις ούτε ένα γκολ. Beton Alpha. Ανεβήκαμε κατηγορία.
Edo, welcome to another edition of No Chofters. I don't know what happened there. I just pressed the wrong button. Doesn't matter. Sponsored by Bet-On Alpha. I didn't plan to do this today. I haven't told Roy, I haven't told Chris, I haven't told everyone. So this is literally an impromptu pod because you know what? This is arguably the most important game in the club's recent history. Forget last season. Forget the season before, forget the season before that. This is the be-all and end-all, okay? And I think since we started doing this pod, we've remained positive for the most part. There have been many occasions, in fact, I've lost count, especially this season, where we've absolutely torn this club to shreds. We've ripped players apart. We've ripped coaches and the board apart. But today of all days, this is the day, fucking hell, my voice is going. I haven't even fucking started shouting yet. This is the day where we need to pull together, where we need to put everything to one side. Everything from the disdain we feel towards the ownership, the bullshit that we've been fed, how you guys, the season ticket holders, the privileged card holders, have been absolutely ripped to bits by the club. Everything that's happened this season, from managerial changes to players going on strike, to shit signings, to our top goal scorer being sold, everything needs to be pushed to one side, swept under the carpet for now. Because today, as I said before, is put up or shut up. As the tagline says, go hard or go home. Okay? We need to stick by these players. Because in all fairness, when it's mattered, especially in the cup, they've pulled performances out of their arse. You can call it smash and grab. You can call it luck. I don't give a shit. As CM Punk says, luck is for losers, right? And we've had a loser mentality this season. Let's get it right. Because at the beginning of the season, I will remember, and I'll never forget this, we played AEK Athens in a friendly. And on this very pod, I said, boys and girls, the warning light is on. We were going through a lot of shit that time. The lack of signings, we didn't know what was going on with the club. Obviously, the issue with the Somadio hadn't really started bubbling up. We knew it was slowly coming to the surface, but it wasn't at a peak. Do you get what I'm saying? But now we've come to a point where we've had Lennon go. We've had defeats against Salamina home and away. Ferrara came in. And that didn't work out, unfortunately. There's issues with the January transfer window, which, again, this is some stuff that's going to come to light when we get the opportunity. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Sofroni came in. And again, I'll be the first to hold my hands up and say I didn't want him. He wouldn't have been my choice. And he still isn't my choice. But the fact is, he's our coach and we need to back him, which is something that I said on the pod anyway, when we brought him in. Yes, I absolutely ripped into him after we lost to Upwell in the league. I said managers have been sacked for less. I think we only won one game out of our first 4. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't calling for his head, but I just believed at the time that certain things needed to be done. There needed to be strong measures. There needed to be strong actions. And to be fair, the players have stepped up in the cup for sure, because they knew, and everyone knew, that this was our last chance of success. Now, what it means if we win, I don't know. If we lose, there are strong repercussions. As I said, this is make or break for us. At the beginning of the season, Roy said that Manidara was gambling with Apoel. And if they don't get into the Champions League, what it could mean for the club? Well, I'll tell you what, if we don't win the cup today, what could it mean for the club long term? I actually want to think about that right now, in all fairness. I want to think about being focused on this cup. And I'll tell you what, the boys at the Lions Den pod, the Listes, they're proper up for it. They're proper up for it. They haven't been to a cup final since 2019. So this is a big game for them. Their season has been worse than ours, and there's more uncertainty at board level than us. But the fact is, they know that this is a big, big game for them. And I'm sure their players know that this is a big game for them. On the flip side, our players know that this is a massive game for us. And our players know that these IL players ain't going to turn up on the pitch and just put in a fucking 4 out of 10. A lot of these IL players are playing for their fucking contracts next season. And while many of our players are contracted for another year, year and a half, if we don't win this game today, there's going to be problems. Big, big problems. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me just put the link here. If anyone wants to jump on for a few minutes, let's not make this an hour-long pod. We've already done 6 minutes. So, yeah, let's get people on to talk about the game. Oh, is something happening today? Yes, something's happening today. I think that's what I think. So if anyone wants to come on, get rid of some of that frustration. This is kind of like therapy preview kind of thing. So if anyone wants to fucking, there you go. See, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Tasso. You've done my job before me. Wonderful. Besedin is out. Now, I don't know whether that's good news or bad news. People are rejoicing in it. I think it's a little bit out of order to shit on the guy. He's done what he can, albeit 1 goal since joining us. But he's worked hard, in all fairness. I can't turn around and say that he hasn't shown any effort. In fact, he's probably putting a lot more effort than most of these players. Let's get it right, yeah? I don't... Listen, I'm not turning this into some kind of super positive show, but the fact is, Besedin has been working hard. All right, the numbers ain't there, goals and assists. It really ain't there. But the work rate has been there. I'm going to give him that. So look, as I said, like, subscribe, tell your nuna, let us know what you think about the pod. Leave comments. We've got a Discord. The link is in the description. We've got a Facebook page. Don't forget to join that. Join in the debate. And I'm pretty sure that come 5 o'clock UK time, 7 o'clock Cyprus time, these chat rooms are going to be fucking quiet. They're going to be quiet. But yeah, let me know where you're going to be watching the game. Are you going to go to the game? Are you going to the Ghazi B? Are you going to be watching at home? Are you going to, I don't know, the fan club like Adamya? Are you going to go to the Limassol branch? I don't know. I mean, there's a community centre in North London, in Wood Green, which is about 15 minutes away from me. I'm going to go there. They're going to be showing the game. In fact, it's the same community centre where they showed the United game. In fact, they were selling T-shirts, fanelles, Gascolo, that kind of shit there in October when I went with Muggy and Mario. So I'm going to go there to watch the game with Mike Pieri, who's the former chairman of Omonoia Youth UK. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few other Omonoia others going there. So it's going to be an interesting one. In fact, I'm going to do a video diary as well. Now, for me, this is a bit of a 50-50 one, because if we win, great, fantastic. If we lose, it could go sideways. So let's see. SHILLAKA. There we go. Come on, Roy. Let's go, bro. We've got an Olympiacos fan here. Come on, I didn't think you're an Olympiacos fan. There we go. So just came to the podcast, scared for today. The players will underestimate them due to their poor performance. Rafael Moore, I really hope that isn't the case, because what I've been saying all season is it's all well and good putting in performances against Gen, against Man United, against Apoel in the cup, against Buffalo in the cup. But when it comes to your Olympiacos, when it comes to your Doxa, when it comes to your Agrida, sometimes the performances haven't been there this season. I want to know where all these performances have been. If we could put in the same displays or the same effort as we did against Apoel in the second leg and Buffalo in the second leg, why can't they do that in the lesser games? If they'd have done that, we'd have been higher up in the table, and perhaps we might have been talking about, whoa, we're already in Europe, so the cup would be a massive bonus. Massive bonus. So, listen, I don't think the players will underestimate IL at all. What I will say is that IL have got a few players returning from injury, Miralas, Chibola, Casa. I don't know how they're going to be fitness-wise. Let's get it right, because, you know, when you come back from an injury, whether it be a month out, whether it be a couple of weeks out, you still need that match sharpness. And I know they played a few minutes against Paralimni the other day when they lost, And granted, Ael dropped a whole heap of players. They rested a whole heap of players. Muriel, Teixeira, Jalma, Davor, Cis, like a whole bag of players are going to be ready for this final. And listen, I've seen how Ael's fans have been preparing for it. They had the party last Saturday, I think. Their fans are going to be up for it. They're taking close to 9,000. And, you know, as I said, they've had a worse season than us. If they win it, it'll be great for them. But the fact is, what happens to their situation if they do win it? Is Sofogleo gonna leave, or is he gonna change his mind and say, I'm gonna do a U-turn and stay because we're in Europe now? You never know. You never know. So let's see. The fact is, for us, it's very, very sticky. It's a very sticky situation. In all fairness, no word of a lie, this is must win. Just like last season, it's must win. But the difference is, last season, we expected a lot in the summer, and we were disappointed. We were very, very disappointed, to the point where we were very angry. And we thought things were going to improve in January, and clearly it didn't. But listen, we need to focus on the here and now. Everything that's been done, it's done. You can't change the past. You can only learn from your mistakes. What I will say is, watching the press conference, and yeah, look, I did rip into Grigori a little bit for his statement, or the lack of things that he said. He didn't seem like a very confident guy. But then again, maybe he's just not comfortable in front of the camera. Maybe that's the kind of person that he is, because I can't remember the last time he actually was on Total Green. Was it a year ago or 2 years ago when we won the league? Was that the last time he was on Total Green? And maybe he's not good at public speaking and being in front of cameras. Maybe they need someone that knows how to get in front of cameras. Or maybe the president himself should have been present. That would have been nice if the actual club president was present for the press conference before the final. You know, it's all well and good appearing on Netcast and giving interviews in front of a camera when things can be edited, but why don't you show up and back your team and back your players? But then again, he's not a football guy, as he said himself. So do I expect anything else from him? No. But if we do win, granted, he'll be on that fucking pitch holding the gibbal. Again, I'm not going to go into that because it's too negative. I want to focus on the good points. So let's talk about a potential team lineup, yeah? How do you guys think we're going to line up? Personally, I think we had a rough idea as to what team we're going to put out for the final when we saw the lineup against Aris. Yeah? Fabi didn't play, so he'll start. Matthews got 45 minutes or an hour, so I think he's going to play. He needed the minutes after coming back from injury. Justa and Pana definitely going to play, especially after Lang and Militic played at the weekend. I think those two were rested. Left back, I'm pretty certain Lesiaks is going to start. He has come into really good form lately. And yes, people are going to say he hasn't been great and it's not the same Lesiaks. Well, the same Lesiaks hasn't been here for the last 2 years. But I'll tell you what, it seems that he's turning into slowly the Lesiaks of old. You know, he got kind of an assist against Buffalo. He's got that cracking goal against Buffalo away. So, look, I'd rather see him at left back than Gitso because he is in better form. He's in better form. Let's not make any mistake about it. Now, in the middle of the park, I think Gusul will start. He's got to start anyway. You know, he didn't play at the weekend. He's our captain. He's got to start. And who's going to go alongside him? Well, Bash was back from injury. I'm pretty sure Bash is going to start. And if the result is going to plan and we're doing well and we're winning and it's a comfortable lead, which I don't think is going to be comfortable by any stretch of the imagination, so don't quote me on this. But if, say, with 20 minutes to go, we're winning and it's looking okay, perhaps he'll come off. Maybe he's not ready for 90 minutes. Maybe he'll play 70. But then again, we never know. We never know. Bash has been quite lucky with injuries with us. And his fitness doesn't seem to be an issue. So maybe he'll start. So I think Bash and Gusul will be in the middle. Wide right, Loizu. It's a no-brainer, I guess. Left-hand side is the sticky one for me. Zaha has been playing recently, and I think he's done well. You know, people are going to say, oh, he's not the kind of player that we want. But face facts, Zaha does defend. Zaha does track back. Zaha's good on the counter-attack. And while the end product is still a little bit lacking, I still think that he's got something there. There's something there. So perhaps Sofron has been playing him lately to boost his confidence. Or maybe he just feels that Shradi's going to start. Maybe he didn't play him and maybe he didn't start him against Aris because he's going to start Shradi on the left-hand side. Now, I think, who's Ayala's right back? Because I know Santos left. I can't remember who Ayala's right back is. So whoever is coming up against Ayala's right back has got to be on job. And up front, Karim and Gagu. Obviously, Bessedin is out, so Bessedin's not going to start. I can't see us playing Bezos as a 10 or Baboulia as a 10 and putting a Karim up top. So I think it's going to be Karim and Gagu. So let me think what you guys believe the lineup is going to be. Right. My whole family support Omonoia, so here I am. Bravo there. Thank you very much. Here we go. So you're getting love from the chat now. You're getting love from the chat. Lovely. Okay. I don't, man. Come on. Allow it. So yeah, Bestedin's injured. Andrea or something is there, right? But yeah, okay. So I think he's a Cypriot fullback. So tell me, what is your superstition? Harasi. Here we go. See, even the main man. You should have played up front against Aris there. You should have played Enyari against Aris for sure. So come and tell me, where are you watching the game? Are you going to be watching it at home with your family, or at a bar, or a fan club, or a community center? What are your thoughts on the lineup? What are your predictions? My God, I don't like jinxing it, but what are your predictions? Tell me, talk to me. As I said, I'm going to put the link here again if anyone wants to jump on and talk to me about the game. We've done 16 minutes, so yeah. Anyway, let's go quickly with the route to the final, or the road to Ghazi B. We call it road to Wembley in England, but it's road to Ghazi B. But we play at the Ghazi B, so it's what? Road to home, I guess. So the first game we played Garmiodisa at home. We were a goal down, and then Gary Hooper leveled it with a cracking goal from about 40 yards. It's a brilliant goal, and I'll never forget Huberchan complaining to the referee thinking that it was a foul. But yeah, it was a great strike from Hooper. And then who scored the second goal for us? I forget his name. He's so irrelevant to us now. I forget his name. That guy that's playing for Buffalo now, that's played like 17 games and hasn't scored a goal. The guy that I said was a stat padder, but anyway, what the fuck do I know? So yeah, we won that 1-2-1, and then Abuel away on the 15th of February. And yeah, I was in Cyprus. I didn't go to the game, but I was watching it around Roy's house. And I remember doing the pod afterwards, and it was a very difficult pod because, you know, we thought that was it for us. Well, I genuinely believe that was it for us. I didn't give us a hope in hell, a snowball's chance in hell of turning it round. So yeah, it was a difficult one. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but we came back and we turned it around. We won the game 2-0 in the second leg, and here we go. As I said on that pod, a broken clock is right twice a day. And my honest belief was, don't get too excited about this manager, because, you know, there's always a speed hump in the road, especially with these players. And to be fair, he shut me up, because we went to Buffalo and we got a respectable draw. Although we probably should have won that. Defensive problems, defensive mistakes, Bezos getting sent off. And again, we played Buffalo at home, another cup semi-final, and we were nervous. We were very nervous going into this. In fact, I had no hope for us. Again, like, it just seems that I had no hope at all. The bloke that was so positive 2 years ago, 3 years ago, kind of turned round. And lo and behold, they shut me up. And I'll be honest, man, like, I like being proved wrong when it comes to this club. I don't like turning around saying, I told you so. I don't like it, because it just shows that things are really bad when I'm getting everything right. And so far with Sofroni, I've got most of it wrong. And I'm happy to admit it, because I'd rather me be wrong and us be successful than me be right and us being the fucking shit. So we turned it around against Abuel. We played Buffalo at home, went a goal down. And again, our back was against the wall. But what happened? Mix grabs an equalizer, and you're thinking, all right, something could happen here. It kind of deflated Buffalo, didn't it? It kind of punctured them a bit. And yeah, they had a couple chances, like half chances. But the moment Kasama scored that goal to make it 2-1, that was it. I knew it was done. I knew it was done, because statistically, all throughout the season, Buffalo have never come back to win a game when they've been behind. Never. They've drawn games. They've never come back to win games. And it goes back to mental strength. And that just seems to be the one thing that we lack the most this season. Mental strength, mentality. We weren't mentality monsters. We really weren't. And case in point, this season, our league campaign, games where we should have got something out of, or, you know, or won, or fought back to get a point, they haven't done it. They really didn't do it. And the Anorthosis game, the 4-1 loss, practically summed up everything. And you know what? Yannick was thrown under the bus by a lot of fans, a lot of players. But to be fair, to his credit, he dug them out, which was the right thing to do because they needed that wake-up call. We were a goal up against Anorthosis, looking comfortable. One moment of madness, fucking one apiece, half-time. Changes the fucking the team talk. Changes the whole scope of the game. And then what happened? They scored three more goals in the second half. All 3 goals were tragic defending. But this coach has come in, and as Tasso quite rightly told me a couple of weeks ago on This Is Muppa, the bloke has changed the mentality throughout the club. Players seem to be a lot happier. When you look at the training ground clips on OFC TV, the players they're playing games. They seem to be more comfortable, less pressure on them. And look, if you've got a passion merchant as a head coach and he's tactically inept, you know, you need him to get the best out of the players and squeeze as much effort as he can. And it's worked. It's worked. We know that he's not the great tactician. Maybe that's why Bedoya's there. I don't know. But then again, I haven't seen us utilize any plan Bs either. Then again, when it's come to games where we've had to shut it down, for example, Buffalo away in the league, where Sofroni's gone 5 at the back in the last 20 minutes, it's worked out. So I'm just hoping that today we see a very organized Omonoia. I hope that we don't have any defensive issues. And for me, again, sorry for the cliche, but the first 20 minutes are very, very important in this game. Because I don't know if Ayala are going to come at us or if they're going to sit back and try and hit us on the counter-attack. Now, from a counter-attacking perspective, do they have much pace going forward? Well, you know, Casa's quick, Cis is quick. Is Miralas going to start? Is he going to be a Degari? Is Milinciano going to start? I don't know. So from a counter-attacking perspective, yeah, on the flanks, they're quick. But do they have the end product? That's the question. Defensively, am I confident that we can get in behind them? Yes, I am confident. We saw under Janevski how deep they defended. I seem to remember a game against Buffalo. In fact, when Buffalo scored against them, when they lost 1-0 away in Buffalo, they had 8 players in the box. And this wasn't even defending a corner. It was just defending in general. Now, are they playing a different way under this new coach? I haven't really watched them too much. And to be honest, with them being in Group B, you can't really gauge how well they're going to play because they're playing against lesser opponents. Their focus was on the cup. So can we really judge them? But then again, I guess that works in our favor a little bit as well because they haven't really played the full strength team apart from the cup games. They haven't really gone full strength in the league games. Maybe I think against Salamina, when they played them away, they went full strength when they had the West playing and Bilovar and a few other players. So it's going to be a tricky one to see how I'll play. But the fact is, we can't worry too much about what they do. We need to focus on us. It's that simple. And if we get the job done, great. So that's it. I just hope people ain't going to be nervous going into the stadium. What I want is a packed out audience. I want our fans to be loud because no doubt they're going to be their fans are going to be loud. The Gate 3 are fucking mental. So, you know, again, it's their cup final. It literally is their cup final. So we need to be just as loud, if not louder. We need to get behind the players and we need to be patient. We can't have people criticizing other players if there's a loose pass or if there's a lapse in concentration. We need to back them. If we go a goal behind, we need to continue getting behind them because it ain't going to help if people start getting pissed off. I know it's normal to get frustrated. I know it's normal to be in a state. Look, I was there last season for the cup final and I could sense the fucking, not the negativity, but the achos. I could sense the worry. And at half time, people were coming up to me and saying, after half time, we've gone out to we call it a concourse in the UK, but I don't know what you guys call it in Cyprus. But people coming out to me, Resto, are we going to win? What's going on? We're down to 10 men. I was like, tranquillo. The whole time I was saying to him, calm, we got this. If it's not in 90 minutes, it's in extra time. If it's not in extra time, it's on penalties. We got this. So we need to come in, not with a arrogant mentality, because I wasn't arrogant at all. It was a cup final. It's a one-off. Anything can happen. And Ethnic Gods played us off the fucking park. Let's get it right. You know, if Dura had his shooting boots on, if fucking Ilya was on job, would have been a different story. So, you know, today is going to be an even difficult game because of what it means for IL. As I said, their first final since 2019. And I've already been speaking to Chris Dixon, and he's fucking up for it. He used to play for him. He won the league with him in 2012. He's up for it. So if even former players are up for it, we got to be up for it as well. So, as I said, go to that game, be nervous, don't get me wrong. But the moment you get in your seat, you fucking get behind these players. Have a few beers beforehand. I mean, I don't drink. And I'm chilled. Like, my hands are like fucking, I ain't shaking nothing. Like, I haven't even been thinking about it, to be honest. Like, Roy's been stressing. Akos, Gathemera, man. Like, stressing. Chris is stressing. Right, don't stress. Don't stress. Because when you stress, it reflects on the pitch. Like, you send those vibes and that energy to the players. You trust me, players can sense these things. They're like dogs. They've got an extra sense. When they go onto the pitch and one set of supporters are feeling nervy, they sense it. And it's like blood. So trust me, them IL fans, they're going to be up for it. Fully up for it. So I want you, man and women, to be the same. Limassol fan club, you're going to be there. You're going to be at the fan club with your cousins. Lovely. I was going to say Galimera, but it's afternoon, isn't it? Exactly. I agree. Esto, Navero, man. Chris, El Bizzo, man. El Bizzo. I don't like making predictions, especially for cup finals. I don't like making predictions for cup finals, man. So, yeah, man. Dio, madre, este in Anglia, Charlie. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you which English team I support. Why would that? Does it matter? I'll let you guys guess which English club I support. And I'll give you a hint. If you follow me on Instagram, my friend who I take the piss out of, his brother used to play for the team that I support. That's all I'm going to tell you. Anyway, at least you were here last year with us. Well, Chris, as I told you, I didn't want to come to the final for two reasons. Number one, I've been so critical of this manager, the players, and the administration. Me coming to a cup final, given the way that I felt over the season, would make me a hypocrite. It would. It would. And I know people are going to say, well, you've been cussing the team this season and then now you show up for the cup final. It's not that I didn't want to show up because I didn't want that criticism. I just didn't feel right myself coming to the game and being this super positive guy when the whole time I've been a shit and I've been a cunt. I'll be honest, I've been an asshole. I've been an asshole to the club. I've been pissing off sponsors. I've been pissing off the club in general. I've been making memes about the ownership. I've been taking the piss out of some players. So it would be hypocritical for me to come all the way to Cyprus to do this whole like, oh, I'm a new Omonoia fan. No, I'm going to stay at home. I'm going to watch it in the UK. If we win, great. I'm going to celebrate. Of course, I'm going to be happy if we win. Of course, I'm going to be happy. But again, as you and I had this Govenda on a pod, I think, which game was it, Chris? I think it might have been after Olympiacos when we beat them 1-0 when Loizu scored. I think that was the game when we said last season, winning the cup papered over the cracks. If we win the cup this season, I hope it's not going to be a repeat of last season. We need to learn from our mistakes. It's that simple. I fucking hope. I miss you. No, you don't, you liar. I thought your team in England was well known. Well, obviously not. Obviously not. So anyway, it doesn't matter what my team in England is. It doesn't matter. I don't really follow them too much. I mean, I used to have a season ticket there. I mean, I was going everywhere, home and away. I even went to fucking Russia for a Champions League final to watch them. But in fact, I fell out of love with that club. The same reason why I've got so much anger towards my club, Omonoia. Can you imagine? Like, how ironic is that? I got pissed off with that football club in the UK because of the way that the ownership is running the club. And it's gone full circle because the same similar shit is fucking happening with Omonoia. I'm pretty soon I'm gonna be stuck without a fucking club. I might as well support Enfield Town. They're just down the fucking road. At least they're fan owned, and I guess they're doing well. They got promoted. Jesus Christ. I just hope that everyone wanting to support in the stadium today is going to give their all and not just stand there and expect. I agree, Chris. And to be honest, that's what happened, I'd say, in the first 5 minutes of the game last year against Ethnigod. Yeah, we were up for it, whatever, but it just seemed like, you know, there was very, 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 I wouldn't say it was complacent, but I just think that people were just too relaxed. But the moment Shehu got sent off, boy, did the fucking atmosphere turn sideways. Jesus. But to be fair, like, we picked it up second half, and the fans were decent, especially extra time, man. Was there a need to remind you of that? What team do you support there? I mentioned Russia, so I'm guessing that you're a Chelsea fan. Last time you were on a pod, you said United. There you go. You've been listening. There you go. Well, you think, I don't know, because the way I see it, Dorare, Stiliano, like the players that I think are going to be leaving are obviously Gitso and Besedin, because they're on loan. Maybe Yuste, because I think he's out of contract and there's no talk of him renewing. Maybe Foddy's going to retire. I hope Foddy stays in some capacity as a coach, or at least as an ambassador at the oh my God. There you go. If we get a sporting director and maybe Foddy as his number 2 as an ambassador for the club. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I've just got it. There you go. Anyway. Yeah, United. Yes, United. Yes, Man United. Yes. Unfortunately. The wall of noise needed, especially with IL fans on the other side. Yeah, gate 3, GAT3. No, GA3TE. So it's Gazte, as you said. There you go. The game against at the Magario. Yeah. Tell me something there. What's going on with this red envelope situation? Because I hear that Loxa are in the clear, whereas you guys have been a little bit naughty. Anyway, look, I'm going to put the link in here one more time. And if no one jumps on in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to call it a day and say Kalinita or Galo Fradi or Galo Basca. Christ has risen. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys don't want to jump on and talk to me, fine, fair enough. So yeah. Anyway, what else is there to discuss? I can't really think of anything else to go over. Maybe I could ask you guys, what's your favorite cup final moment? What's the one moment that stands out most for you from a cup situation as an Omonoia fan? You know, we've had some really good cup finals over the years. We've had penalty shootouts. You know, nervy. So yeah, I was in the stadium last year. It took us a good 20 to 30 minutes to start from the beginning. Everyone was in shock. Of course, everyone was in shock. Because to be down to 10 men after 5 minutes, you don't expect that. And in all fairness, the opening 5 minutes, we were already on the fucking back foot. Because Ethnigos went for it, man. Like Trajeski was doing, what was it? Trajeski? Was Trajeski there? I forget the guy's name. He plays for Anorthosi now. Left winger. What's his name? I forget his fucking name. But they had a fucking good team, man. They had a good team. I'm surprised they got relegated. Like Adoni was playing, Bilal was playing. A good team. I think then again, was Badia there at the time? No. I don't think Badia was there. Who was the coach? I think it was a Ukrainian coach, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. You're a bit fucked in general. Your favorite ex-player, Mr. Dudic, mate. Oh, God. Don't feel but of you. Jonamo? Don't feel but of you. Maybe there's a typo there. Maybe she was typing too quick. You see, the women are great at typing. Like, honestly, they're rapid. Like, they type at like 100 miles an hour. Like, have you seen a woman type on the keyboard? This is why women are so good at multitasking. You know, they can do loads of things. So typing really fast is another one that they can do. But yeah. Anyway, so no one's going to jump on with me. So I guess I'm going to wrap it up then. We've got 41 people watching live. So please hit that like button. because we get loads of views, but we don't get many likes. So hit the like button. Hit it. Come on. Press it. I'm waiting. Who likes the t-shirt, by the way? This is the t-shirt I wore to the cup final last season. Humboss mindset. See, I've had it a year and it hasn't. In fact, it's actually got bigger. So it shows that either I'm losing weight or I'm not going hard enough at the gym. Anyway. But yeah, so we're selling No Choftes merchandise as well. So game there like there. Thank you there, Chris. Thank you. So yeah, we're selling the No Choftes merchandise. We've got a Sofroni t-shirt coming out soon. So hopefully we win the cup and people might want to buy the Sofroni t-shirt. So we've got the Fuck ANTROPI one, we've got the Humboss t-shirt, we've got a Johnny's one, we've got, if you want to go old school, we've got a Do This one, we've got a Shepa one, we've got a Yordi one, we've got an Eric Botiak one, we've got a Giriagidis shirt, the Frabe one. I don't know if you guys seen the Giriagidis goalkeeper shirt. We've got a Venizello one as well. So Hasimeno, we've got the Hasimeno Fanella. So we've got a whole bag of merch. So if you guys want to know, we've got the Fuck ANTROPI one. We've got the Brasines Lives Matter ones. We go fucking hard when it comes to merchandise. I think we've got more No Choftes merchandise than Omonoia actually have merchandise. Do you get what I'm saying? We got all this stuff. You want a Mguni's shirt? Well, you know, we might even get that one. We might even get that one designed. I think we'll get one designed. Oh, you know, in fact, I might even get a Freddy Dos Santos one designed with a Shrek mask. Oh my God. You lot are my influence, honestly. Anyway, look, we've done 37 minutes. Like, subscribe, tell your nunna. I'm just going to say this for now. As I said at the top of the show, this is make or break for us. Absolutely make or break. And win or lose, we don't know where the future lies. But I'm not going to focus on the losing. And you lot shouldn't be focused on the losing. You go to that Yibeda, you fucking go hard. You go to your fan club, you go hard. You're watching the games with your family. I'm not going to say go hard. You don't go hard with your family because that might be a bit incestuous and a bit weird. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. So you back the players, you back the coach, you get behind them, and you sing your fucking asses off for 90 minutes, 120 minutes, even on penalties. And even if things ain't going well, you keep the faith because it's been a difficult season. A difficult season. It's been horrible. This has been the worst season doing a podcast. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And it's not just been because of the results. It's because of all the shit that's been happening. But as I said at the top of the show, everything that's happened, push it to one side. You forget all of that for one evening. You forget all of that. And if we win, which I'm hoping we will, you don't think about the what ifs. You just enjoy it. So whether we win, I don't know whether you're going to go and celebrate. I don't know. If we win the cup, tomorrow we're going to do the show. We're not going to do it tonight. If we lose, best believe I'm doing it tonight to get it out the fucking way. So as I said, see, I beat you to it, bro. I beat you to it. If we win, we're doing the pod tomorrow. If we lose, it's tonight. So, as I said, enjoy the game. Be safe. Don't get in any fucking fights. Yeah, because I know a lot of IL fans are going to be behaving themselves as well. And don't fall into the trap of retaliating or whatever. Just enjoy the game. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't do anything stupid. So yeah, hopefully we'll bring back the cup, make it number 16. And we move on. This is what we do. As I've been saying for years since I started doing this pod, this club it's in our DNA to overcome adversity. We've been doing it from the start. Yeah. Through the good and through the bad, we overcome, whether it be through players being shitheads, be it through coaches being shitheads, be it from ownerships being shitheads. We stick together and we're supporters. We support Omonoia. We don't support, you know, all the padding that goes around it. Yeah. So we need this. So yeah. Enjoy the game. Be safe. And let's fucking make it 16. PAME SHILLAKA.